Thank you, David, and thank you, everyone. Today I want to take you on a helicopter view of public transport in New South Wales. I'll provide an overview of some of the services that we deliver, and I'll talk about some of our findings whilst we venture on this quest to try and improve our services. I will take this opportunity to highlight some of the upcoming service procurements, and I will also touch on what we are looking for from our service delivery partners. Bit of context, we manage over 700 service contracts across New South Wales. The majority of those are in regional areas. We are multimodal, so we contract with both public and private operators across all modes of transport. Now, Sydney's population is forecast to grow by 1 million people over the next 10 years. Population in New South Wales is forecast to reach 10 million by 2036. This growth will lead to changing demands in our stakeholders, in our customers and our passengers. So as a result, I expect that some of the numbers on the screen will continue to grow over time. We're scheduled to spend over $51 billion on infrastructure over the next 4 years. Major projects such as the Parramatta Light Rail, Sydney Light Rail, Newcastle Light Rail, the Metro Northwest and the Metro Southwest are well underway. And these projects will influence changes to our passenger and stakeholder demands. New fleets such as the Sydney Growth Trains and the regional trains are well in production and in delivery to cater for capacity requirements and also operational enhancements. Current fare revenue generates over $1.4 billion per annum, and this revenue forms part of our budget to run our services. Ensuring we maximise revenue is very important, and we are doing a lot of work in this space to generate the right behaviours and try and reduce that non-compliance component. Accessing that $82 million non-compliance is far more attractive for us rather than chasing and increasing the fines revenue. So some of our plans in trying to generate the right behaviours include regular and targeted communications and education campaigns, a more discretionary and customer-focused approach when we're dealing with our transport officers and our passengers, joint patrols with our New South Wales Police Transport Command and our transport officers, operators being incentivised as part of their contracts to help drive fare evasion down, and working with our operators to encourage school students to try and tap on and tap off every time they use public transport. Now, each wave of new service contracts during the last 7 years has resulted in improved customer satisfaction results, increases in services, increases in performance, and provided better value for money. Part of our continuous improvement journey has been to take into account customer feedback, work within our data-rich environment, and looking at best practices across jurisdictions, and that's both nationally and internationally. Being transparent with our data and findings has helped industry, we feel, increase its capabilities and provide more innovation. We've also taken a different approach with our recent tenders by being less prescriptive and more outcomes focused, and giving proponents the opportunity to come forward with their own ideas and to innovate. Some of our recent achievements are listed here, and I'll touch on a couple. On demand is quite topical. For us, on demand focuses on a more convenient and timely service that should ultimately provide better value for money for government and the customer. Here we went to market with a problem, and the responses have been overwhelming. Overall, customers are very satisfied, and this is demonstrated in both customer feedback and in patronage growth. To date, we've had 150,000 passengers use on-demand services across the Greater Sydney area. However, not all our pilots have been successful. More importantly for us and our service delivery partners, it's about continuing to learn and gathering important data. Development of associated software and smartphone apps have been problematic with some pilots. Others have been excelling. The use of smaller and more agile vehicles has resulted in convenient and shorter journey times, appealing to our customers. We have also seen the introduction of more convenient payment methods, again, appealing to customers. Now, these are all different, and at some stage, I suspect they're all going to come together to a more common platform. Now, we've also incorporated on-demand into our Inner West Metro bus contract, otherwise known as Region 6, and into our Newcastle Integrated Services contract, and both are performing well. If you haven't taken part in on-demand, I urge you to play in this space. We see it influencing the way public transport is being delivered in the future. StationLink is focused on delivering a high-quality replacement service whilst the Epping to Chatswood rail line is closed in preparation of the Metro Northwest project. StationLink services went live on the 30th of September with 124 new StationLink branded buses. This is a temporary transport solution of the scale that is unprecedented in New South Wales. I see more of these types of temporary arrangements being implemented as we go through the $51 billion capital works program. B-Line comprises of 38 yellow double-decker buses travelling between Mona Vale and Wynyard. However, more importantly, it's the first bus service in New South Wales under a headway frequency regime. 5-minute headways in the peaks, 10-minute headways in the off-peaks. The operator, State Transit Authority, is required to achieve headway frequency KPIs, not on-time running KPIs. This gives the operator flexibility to make operational decisions and manage headway consistency during congestion, accidents and patronage surges. So far, this headway frequency focus is proving to be successful, and I expect it to be rolled out to a few more contracts. I'll talk a little bit about the upcoming procurements. Currently, we're in the market with our Sydney Ferries contract. The first Sydney Ferries franchise contract commenced in 2012, and it was supported with a heavy investment in ferry upgrades and, ferry wharves and new fleet. This first franchise contract is achieving high levels of customer satisfaction and improved cost efficiency. Customer satisfaction has been hovering around the 97 and 98%, the highest of any mode. And as part of this tender, we are looking to integrate the lessons learnt and successes of recent procurements to deliver an even better ferry network. As part of the proposed Metro Southwest project, we will be partnering with bus operators to deliver alternative transports whilst the Bankstown rail line is closed for construction. Also, during the construction of the Parramatta Light Rail, we will again be looking for partners to deliver replacement services whilst the Carlingford line is shut for construction. As I mentioned earlier, these temporary transport services will be delivered in a customer-centric model, similar to the StationLink services. The Sydney Metropolitan Bus Service contracts start expiring in December 2020. We currently spend over $2.5 billion per annum on bus services. The lead up to these procurements is generally 1 to 2 years prior to enable enough transition time and access to key assets such as depots. The first tranche of market engagement will occur in mid to late 2019, and a rolling program of bus tendering will be progressively released after that first tranche. We will be going to market with our third generation of bus procurement panel in early 2019. This will include the latest specifications of buses and include enhanced fire mitigation measures and driver safety features often found in our daily private cars. We are working with the bus industry to establish relevant and practical standards in relation to fire mitigation. The country regional network allows the movement of millions of tonnes of goods around New South Wales and to ports for international destinations. It's an important part of New South Wales's economy. A portion of the recently announced $400 million Fixing Country Rail program will be committed to the country regional network. The current operations and maintenance contract expires in 2021, and we propose to go to market in late 2019. So, given the rapidly changing landscape in New South Wales, transport services will look quite different. We are looking to partner with transport providers who can bring innovation, new ideas, and deliver world-class services to New South Wales. We are looking at improving our infrastructure and focusing on the whole of life performance, cost and safety of our assets. We're open to changing the way services are delivered today. Thank you for your time.